very hungry, are you? Okay, that's better. Alright, so I went to labor, but I had really mild contractions, and I remember she was due on Friday, so the 10th of May. I had an appointment that day. I went to see my midwife, and she told me that day that I might be delivering a baby that day. And I kind of went, oh yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it be nice? I didn't take it serious. Now, my sister and I had already packed, I had my hospital bag ready and everything. And so yeah, we went to the appointment. I didn't take it serious. I didn't really let her check me or anything because I didn't want any interference. I haven't been checked at all. And yeah, we just went, and then after that went to get food. So as I was eating, I remember I was like, as I put food in my mouth, I'll be chewing, and next minute I'm like, oh, this pain feels a bit intense than the usual one. So I kept eating until I finished. I couldn't quite finish all my food. That's when it got a bit more intense, but it wasn't like anything like when you're in really active labor. Oh boy, I just showered you with milk. Give me a second. I just showered you with milk. Beauty of motherhood. It's okay. Alright, so I finished eating my food, and I told my sister we need to go to the hospital now because I feel like, yeah, the midwife might be right that I might be having a baby today. So I felt more really intense period like pain. Didn't take it serious yet. Then we drove to the hospital. We rang my mum, as we were driving to the hospital. Sorry, we didn't go straight away. We drove from the food place, from a restaurant where we had eaten. We came home because I wanted to make sure I had my distilled water and a bit of fruit, and plus I wanted to wait at home after the labor became really intense, then go deliver the baby, come back home. So my plan was to do that. I came home, it was really intense. It was like, oh boy, maybe this is what labor feels like. I've never had a baby before, this is my first child. I did, so I stayed at home, took a shower, took all my clothes off, bare naked, butt naked. And my sister was just like cool and calm and collected. That's my younger sister, by the way, Biola. So yeah, she was just there packing things for me. Even though I had my hospital bag ready, she just packed like snacks and things like that ready to go. That's when I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to go to the doctor, to the hospital, because I used up all my hot water, and I was just like, I needed more hot water, and I wanted, I don't know, something warm for whatever reason. So my sister put everything in the car. She drove me to the hospital. Are you listening to mommy? Drove me to the hospital, and that's when, prior to that, I rang the hospital to let them know that when things get intense, I will be coming in. So things did progress really fast. Mind you, that's only been half an hour within the time I've left. We left the restaurant. So after that, we got into the hospital. We got directed up to go to a delivery room where I stayed. My sister put on the bathtub ready for me, and I went straight to the shower. I was just like, oh, in pain, but it wasn't like something I can't bear. It was a pain that I have never experienced with my obviously regular period pain. That's how I compare it to, because I didn't know how labor pain would be. So anyways, long story short, I continued just being in the bath, bearing the pain. I already had a birth plan typed up, so I had taken that. I also had a doula coming in, so I had a lot of support. I had a lot of female support and things like that. So I had a doula, I had my mum, my sisters were there, which was nice. They were just out there. My mum came after, like an hour prior to my delivery. And yeah, so pretty much the whole crew is there. And I got into the warm bathtub. It was so nice, I gotta say. The room was made, the midwife used a really nice calming light. It was like baby blue, and I was just I remember I was in the bathtub just like trying to relax, trying to listen to hypnobirthing music. That did not work, but the only thing that worked was just breathe and just squat. Like I was sitting in a squat position. While I was in the shower as well, I was like sitting into like, I was leaning on a chair, my back was on, like my back was bent and the water was just dripping on my back. But there was no back pain actually. I didn't have any back pain in this labor. I only had pain inside my stomach. Obviously my cervix was expanding for the baby to come through. So I've never really, I wouldn't say I've experienced any back pain at all, because most people say, oh, the back really hurt. I just like the hot water because it's warm and it kept going down my bum, and gosh, I probably shouldn't say that. So it was really nice to just have that. It's kind of like a massage. Anyway, an hour and a half goes by and I'm just coping with the pain as the pain became really intense. When my mum got there, that's almost 2 hours had gone then. My mum came there, she was like telling me to get out of the shower, and I was just like, no mum, I don't want to. And she's like, well, this labor's gonna go forever if we don't start walking. And I was like, ugh. I remember telling my sister or myself turned the showers off, and I was like, oh god, how am I gonna handle this pain without water? So I was like, you know what, let me just try and walk. So I'd walk and then I'll stop and I was just like sit quiet for a second. I'm surprised by how much I've tolerated, because I thought I've got a long way to go. I didn't think it would be like, you know, fast and short labor. So I just decided to go for a walk. Sorry, you alright? I decided to go for a walk, and boy did it hurt. Like I was like in really intense pain. That's when I felt like this pain keeps coming and going. So to my experience, labor pain felt like a torture that keeps coming every 1 minute or every 20 minutes. No, sorry, every 1 minute, and it stays there for 30 to 90 seconds, and it goes and you can relax for a few seconds and then it repeats again, but over a few 100,000 times, or maybe a few hundred times, until the baby's ready and you're ready to push. So I went for a walk. I remember hugging my sister. I was like, oh my gosh, this really starting to hurt really badly. That's when I was so close, didn't even know. And then I felt like I needed to go to the toilet, and that's when I also felt a bit of drip, something coming down my legs. I was like, oh, is that the water? Is my water breaking now? Not knowing that my water has probably been broken. So yeah, I walked. I did like a few laps, which really small, like maybe 5 to 10 steps. So I walked 10 steps and come back 10 steps, and I did that like 3 times. That's when I felt like, oh my gosh, I think I need to go to the toilet. And I remember the midwife was saying to my sister, oh, we don't want her to give birth in the walkway, so bring her to bed. That's when like the 3-hour mark had hit with my labor. And then all of a sudden I felt this urge to wanting to like push something, just push on my stomach. Like, you know how when you need to go to the toilet? Pretty much same thing. I was like, I need to maybe do a poo, which wasn't the case. The baby's head was right there. I didn't even know. But I felt like a lot of pressure there. Like I just needed to let it out. So I went in, they took me to the bed. Like I walked myself. I was able to walk, even though I was in a lot of pain. I was able to walk. So I walked to the bed, and they made the bed shaped like a chair because I wanted to give birth in a position where I wasn't lying on my back, but I was squatting, kind of like in the squatting position, almost like. So I did that, and she said to me, push with the contractions, and I was like, what do you mean? And then boom, boy, did I feel the contraction coming. And I was like, oh, that's what she meant. So I pretty much pushed and then continued pushing with the contraction, and the baby's head just came out. But I remember there was something, felt like burning sensation, and I was like, is the head still out or not? Is the whole body out? Like I was questioning myself, like in my thoughts, and they were like, yep, the head's coming out, just don't breathe, because I didn't know. Don't breathe, hold your breath and push, steadily. Oh, sorry. You right? Still hungry? So yeah, push steadily, and don't breathe in. That was the part where I was like, oh, I didn't get. I was like, oh, hold in your breath. And then I just, you know, did the thing that everybody does. I'm sure most of you mums had done it before, but it's an amazing experience though. And the baby came, I put on my chest, and it was good because then there was no pain after that, which was amazing. Yeah, and my baby came, I held her, put her on my chest. Ooh, big burp. You wanted to burp? You wanted to burp? Yeah, look at you smiling after a burp. Yeah, so oh boy, so that was my labor, to be honest, and childbirth. So the last minute part went really fast for me. I did have to get stitches, unfortunately. I did tear, but it was worth it, I would say. It wasn't a big tear. Yeah, so pretty much I delivered a baby and now have a baby. She's actually 2 weeks and a few days, 2 weeks and 3 days. She's still quite small, obviously. I'm experiencing motherhood, learning so much. Please don't eat the hair. Learning so much about being a mum and what Eluna likes. Hey, waking me up at 3 a.m, 11 a.m, 1 a.m to breastfeed. Yeah, I think I'll do a second video about this and what I'd taken, because I didn't really take much things during my pregnancy. Yeah, I'm hoping to obviously get back to my fitness, be more active. I'll be going to the gym, going for a lot of walks to get fit again. Isn't it, Eluna? Isn't it? You just want to sleep? Mommy disturbing you? Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.